Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bomber Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellow, Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
Let's talk about I forgot what I was gonna talk about, man. Deontay Wilder. Yeah, Deontay Wilder and Andy Ruiz and stuff of that nature, man. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. So, Wilder, they asked Wilder to get in the ring last night. He was present. There was a couple people present. Ugas was present. I think Frank Sanchez was sitting right behind Wilder, which is an interesting fight. Tank was there. We talk about Tank later. So, you know, it was, you know, a lot of people came out last night. You know, but ultimately we all knew all roads was leading to this. Andy Ruiz won a clean decision last night. Some of the scorecards was a little bit too close for my liking, you know, for Ortiz. And Ortiz, you know, he did put some rounds in the bank here and there, but like Andy Ruiz said in the press conference, just listen to a little bit of it. He counterpunched the counterpuncher, and you know he made Andy Ruiz made Luis Ortiz do something that he wasn't accustomed to doing, and that was start walking people down. Now, yeah, he walked the hurt Wilder down, and obviously in the first fight, he couldn't even get a hurt Wilder out of there. So that's not his forte. And Luis Ortiz liked the counterpunch. And the reason that fight on paper, it looked pretty good, was because Andy Ruiz liked to throw a lot of punches, Ortiz liked the counterpunch, and Andy Ruiz flipped the script. He turned into the counterpuncher. That made for kind of a dull fight outside of the times that, you know, Ruiz dropped Ortiz 3 times. Ruiz dropped Ortiz 3 times, hard to say, huh? And Deontay Wilder, and you know, kind of the little hurts and buzz and big shots here. So at the end of the day, it's, you know, I look at the fight and say, you know, what will Ruiz do against Wilder? I think he got a good chance of winning that fight. You know, he said he fought cautious versus Ortiz because Ortiz can punch. You know, we asked who hit harder, AJ or Ortiz, and he was like, pretty much, all of them hit hard. You know, but Andy Ruiz, you know, said that without the extra weight, he probably would have got dropped in that fight. If he was around the 250 mark, and that's where he comfortable at, but he got tired in there. He really did. He got tired. And, you know, he was able to get tired and survive because Ortiz had to come back from behind, and Ortiz don't know how to cut the ring off. So, I mean, those things, that's what we can say. That's exactly what we can say. So, so it really shouldn't be no surprise there. But just continue to look at, you know, kind of him and Wilder. I got to see how Wilder come back. Now, if it's the Wilder of old, very, very interesting fight. To be honest, very, very interesting fight. You know, Ruiz defense gonna have to be a lot better. He can't get tired. You know, and you just try to picture that fight in your head, and he gonna have success versus Wilder. If Wilder what he was, he gonna have that type of success. He gonna have that type of success versus Wilder for sure. And but I think it's just gonna boil down to, you know, kind of, you know, Wilder jab, and can he take Wilder shots? You know, and that's the question. He can come in heavy as he want to, but the thing about Wilder, he not gonna follow you around the ring like Ortiz will. He will close the show. All right, he gonna cut the ring off on Andy Ruiz, and it's a lot different because Wilder, is a really good, superior athlete. Even though his legs like small, but when he need to move them, motherfucker, he move them. He move them. So to me, it all boils down to can Ruiz take that shot? Ruiz probably gonna be up on points. Eric Molina was tagging Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very, very complex fight. It's what PBC want. They want black and Mexican, Mexican and Mexican. Obviously, it won't be for a belt. It might be for an interim WBC belt. Wilder got to win in October, but it's kind of interesting. It's kind of a hard fight to kind of visualize too. Because if Wilder can still take a punch, that's part of his game plan. Being able to take them punishments, that punishment, and recover, and turn around and dish the punishment. That's a huge part of him. Without him being able to take the punch, he don't become world champion, and he don't make it to the prize fighting level. That's why for years people would talk about Wilder's chin and how his chin ain't this, his chin ain't that, or he got knocked out by Vladimir Klitschko. You don't fight in the style, in the manner that he fights with, and you don't fight like that and then turn around and lose that many rounds and still be able to knock people out. You got to be able to take the punch. That's the thing about it. You have to be able to take the punch. Andrew Ruiz showed a really good chin as well. He said he only got dropped by Joshua because he didn't see it coming. So durable. Now Ortiz chin is kind of suspect now. But then again, with his old age, he probably losing some of that punch resistance. But Andrew Ruiz gonna be. I think Andrew Ruiz gonna be tough. It's gonna be harder to kind of counter Wilder because he's so rangy. So he ain't gonna be able to just sit in there and counter Wilder like he did Ortiz. Because one mishap, you get hit by that right hand. It's the Wilder power. People don't see it coming, especially when he used that jab. Especially when he used that jab and slipped that right hand in there. People don't see that coming. They just don't. He hides that right hand very, very well, and that's part of the mystique of his right hand. People don't see that shit coming. So, but it's a good fight, and Wilder what he was before the punishment he took from Tyson Fury. I'll favor him to win. Probably stop Andrew Ruiz. Ruiz got to tighten up his defense, but Ruiz, if he can't put Ruiz down multiple times or knock him out, Ruiz probably might take that win too. He probably can win that. Real talk. Wilder ain't nobody winning on points. But Ruiz, he kind of getting a name as a puncher now. He kind of getting a name. Stop Anthony Joshua, drop Ortiz a few times. He came in good last night. Yeah, he got a little tired, but he really didn't have to push through fatigue last night like that because he was up. But it wasn't no money as far as making Ortiz Wilder 3. In the second fight, they was letting people into the fight for free. So it really wasn't no money in that. It was great fights, but there really wasn't no money in that for PBC. So, but tremendous matchup. They don't have to have a belt on. They don't have to have a belt in the line. It don't need to be a belt in the line for that fight, though. And obviously, should it be on pay-per-view? No. Pay-per-view should be reserved for big fight, but I understand why they would put it on pay-per-view. You know? So I understand why they would, but it shouldn't be. If Al Heyman really want to, Al Heyman just scared to change it up a bit. And I understand it's hard. It's hard when you believe in something. It's easy to stick and keep believing and hustling the same way. Sometimes you got to switch it up. But it's hard to convince people to take less money for the long haul. In the sport of boxing, one punch, you know, you could be out of there and the long haul don't matter no more. But like I said before, I would understand. I may think about buying that one. But yeah, you know, both hand speed. You know, can, you know, Andy Ruiz hurt Wilder? Absolutely. It's the heavyweight division. But he got to fight a clean fight. Well, that squirrel just darted across the street. He made that bitch too. It's crazy. But yeah, he got to fight a clean fight. Yup, he got to fight a clean fight. But he can take Wilder punch, hey. You know. And we got to fight. Then Wilder got to fight. So, you know, I look forward to that one, to be honest. So, we see what Hellenius can do. He hot as fish grease right now. It's another pay-per-view that shouldn't be on pay-per-view. They should have both had them fight on free TV. Showcase both, then had them come back on pay-per-view. Gym on gym. I ain't come yesterday, man. I had a long fucking weekend, dude. I be wanting to go live for y'all, but I had a long fucking weekend, dude. I had a long weekend. As soon as I got to the crib on Friday, just BS. Man, I don't know what's going on in the air, none of that type of stuff, but hey, it is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Crease your chins, get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Check out the Heavyweight Boxing Talk playlist. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, whole nine. All that information's in there. Other than that, man, peace.